I'm just going to read this thing because it's outstanding. And the fact that this has now been deleted pretty much confirms that this is not satire. This was from medium.com. It was published April 29th and also deleted that same day. But we got the damn screenshots. First of all, I mean, Karens have been having a hard year as it is. And this person's name is Caren White, spelled with a C. And this is how she describes herself in her Twitter bio. Caren White is a master gardener and member of the Herb Society of America. She manages 2 public herb gardens in New Jersey. And she wrote an article on Medium. And
she sounds cool already.
The article is titled, Why You Need to Stop Baking Bread. I was walking down the baking aisle to see if the organic flour was on sale. Organic flour is expensive. Oh, buddy. Organic flour is expensive, and I am poor, so I always try to buy it when it goes on sale. There was no sale, and there was no flour. The shelves were bare. My eyes traveled up to the top shelf, the shelf with the leavening ingredients. Also bare. How could this be? When I got home, I logged on to my laptop and started reading articles on the pandemic. I had stopped reading most pandemic-related articles weeks ago because they were upsetting me too much. I couldn't sleep. I couldn't concentrate. I needed to distance myself. But I knew that the pandemic had something to do with the bare shelves in the baking aisle, so I exposed myself to the turmoil once again.
Did she walk down any other aisle of the grocery store?
It seems that there has been a run on flour and yeast because people are bored and they are baking bread to pass the time. Seriously? Baking bread is a way of life for me, okay? Not a hobby. Not something to do just to pass the time. I don't eat store-bought bread. I rarely eat prepared foods of any kind. If you visit my kitchen, you will find nothing but foods to eat because I only stock ingredients. I do all of my own cooking and baking. On Saturday nights, I don't order pizza. I make it myself from scratch, including the crust.
It sounds like me talking to a new open micer.
This is my favorite line, I also grow my own popcorn, but that's a topic for another day. Like,
boy.
Bitch, you mean you grow corn? What do you mean you grow popcorn? That's corn. You can just say I grow corn.
It comes out buttered and, you know.
You could just say I grow my own corn and I will get it. You see, I am one of those people. You know the ones. You offer them a plate of food and they look at it suspiciously asking, is that organic? I want to know what is in my food, so I make it myself. By the way, croutons? Made from my own homemade bread. Breading for fried chicken? Made from my own homemade bread. It's not how you make chicken. Stuffing for the Thanksgiving turkey, made from my own homemade bread. So when you buy up all the flour and leavening ingredients for the sake of pretty photos on your Instagram,
just know there are some people that use bread for everything.
There are some people trying to make fancy organic shake and bake.
She says you are literally taking food from my mouth and the mouths of other families who do their own baking so that they can provide healthy food for their families. So here's the problem. It's economics 101.
Are you elitist
demand.
Dickhead? It's like people are allowed to make bread. Everyone's allowed to make bread, okay?
She's literally just
but
like,
do you really want to make bread? Or you just want to make it for it? It doesn't matter what you want to make it for.
She's literally just being like, yeah, you fucking peons, eat your Wonder Bread. I'm over here making fucking artisanal bread.
Making artisanal bread for me, myself, and I. And it's like, well, that you eat Wonder Bread for a while. Let other people try.
Of all the things to be on a high horse about.
Oh, yeah.
I know.
Before the pandemic, very few people did scratch baking, so the grocery stores carried only limited supplies of flour and leavening. Both go bad, so they don't want it hanging around the shelves for too long, hence the limited quantities. That was okay. There was enough for those of us who needed it, but there is not enough now that we are competing with a bunch of dilettante bakers who care nothing for anyone but themselves.
You care not for the craft. You care not for the craft of baking.
Yes, I know this sounds harsh, but I am willing to bet that not a single one of them stopped to think, as they grabbed the last of the flour and the yeast, that they were robbing people's children of their daily bread.
This is interesting. This is like the same thing as listening to someone at an open mic be like, man, I can't believe all these shitheads signed up. It's like, you're at an open mic.
Yeah.
Like, you're not booked on anything. Like, fucking, you can't change. Like, it's open to the public. People are allowed to fucking make bread and sign up for a thing that's open to the public.
Dude, they're taking stage time out of my kid's mouth.
Yeah, they're taking stage time away from my career. It's like bullshit.
I am certain all they cared about was how to impress everyone with their picture-perfect loaves of bread on Instagram.
Dude, the bread people are posting online looks like fucking shit.
Yeah, because it's really hard to make homemade bread.
So it looks like they'll post like, here's a loaf of bread, and it's just like flat.
Yeah, and then they're like, I tried, and then they have a bite of it, and they're like, God damn it. Shit.
There's some things that are just, you should just buy at the store.
Yeah.
Hummus, bread.
Alcohol.
Yeah.
Yeah. I was thinking I do want to learn how to make moonshine.
Dude, you know what came
I
up
don't know.
on Wish.
Although it would get a cool buzz, I don't know if I want to go blind.
Nah, if you know what you're doing. Nah, I don't know.
Who knows?
On Wish.com, one of the things they showed me for an ad was a distiller.
I mean, I've had some people's like homemade beers that were good.
By the
Oh
way,
yeah, beer's a lot easier.
Shout out to John Emerald Distillery in Opelika. They're making the hand sanitizer. My mom sent me a bottle.
Good.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I just put some on my hands before this,
Yeah.
and my hands are going to be clean for the next 2 years.
Yeah. Here's an idea. If you are bored and want to learn new skills, why don't you learn how to garden and impress everyone with your tomatoes? Or how about learning how to sew and make masks for hospitals and first responders? I know, learn to crochet so you can make those cute market bags for when you go to the farmer's market, but please, I'm begging you, stop baking bread.
I want to taste some of this person's bread. I bet it's not that good. I bet like, what do you mean? It's perfect bread.
It's
I
organic.
made perfect bread.
Organic.
I bet it's perfect bread.
Yeah.
It's the same thing where it's like people who are stuck at the open mics being like, well, the thing is I bring craft and I bring originality and wit to the present. Yeah, you're still stuck doing the mics.
Yeah, her comments, by the way, were because that was the thing.
Course.
When this comes out, everybody immediately goes, "This is some comedian. Like this is too weird to be a real person.
This is too self-righteous and weird and like and presumptuous and not founded on anything because I've never seen any of those items sold out of stores."
I know when I buy a bag of flour, I find the closest baby and smack it and say, no bread for you, baby.
Yeah. Whenever I see someone who's clearly got like a Grandma Mabel sort of like they look like a bread maker or something.
Right.
I take a bag of flour and I cut open the bottom and I just let it drain on the floor so they can be like, just so I know that I'm depriving them of making perfect artisanal bread at home.
And the cherry on top is when you kick the flour at them.
Oh yeah, I roll around in the flour and then I pee on it.
I believe they call that antiquing in Jackass.
Yeah,
Just chuck
and then
flour up there.
me and that lady who licks her palms and goes to the grocery store, we both get put in the same paddy wagon.
This is just a few of her comments. People are bitching at her in the comments, and she says, maybe you
sure.
need to step back a bit and realize that not everyone lives like you or holds the same values of mindless materialism with no regard for the needs of others.
It's like the same. I mean, the whole thing was made for like the comments to be a flurry with people being like, actually, you're an idiot.
And the best part is she would have had flour in like a week.
Yeah.
Give or take.
Go to another store.
Go back to the store in a week.
As we've said a billion times in the podcast, stop being racist and go to a Latin or Asian grocery store.
Yeah.
They've
Indeed.
got that
You
shit.
know who has a lot of flour? OC Mart.
Fucking
down the
OC
street.
Mart, baby.
I want to give this woman like the Pepsi challenge and like 2 boxes unmarked, 1 Subway bread, 1's her bread, and see if she can tell the fucking difference.
She'd go for the fucking rosemary parm instantly.
Yeah. Well, this is superior bread.
But yeah, anyway, so she's since deleted that post, but I wanted to put that on here for perpetuity.
Deleting your post is so bitch made. Even if you're wrong, you should fucking.
Oh no, I
want
100% back deleting your post. don't spoil your legacy because of your pride.
Not even pride, just like it deserves to be there with people just calling you a shithead.
Yeah.
I mean, people like that will probably do that again, but I mean, I'll delete a post if it doesn't get like 2 likes in a day. It's like that shit's going down.
Of course, yeah.
That shit is going down. I'm not gonna like leave a trail of dog shit on my fucking feed. No, sir.
I don't know. I'll leave them up because if it's something I believe in, damn it. And clearly this woman believed in this shit at least up until
It's admirable to stick by your beliefs like that.
But the thing is, like, if she hadn't commented, because the big debate when that article dropped was people being like, nah, this ain't real. This this is a fucking comedian. And then she started commenting, and then she deleted it, all but confirming that in fact there is a person this crazy out there in New Jersey. So anyway, shout out to Caren White. You seem horrible.
Yeah. Wow.
Karen. Her name's
Although-
Karen.
Yeah.
I would like to try some of that bread.
I was gonna say, yeah.
I bet that bread's good.
I'm hungry right now.
I mean-
to be honest, guys.
Yeah, it's kind of like one of those like, a lot of like artists are dickheads, but You know, they do make good art.
Let's get her on Great British Baking Show. Let's see what the fuck Karen's made of. Maybe
let's get her on Hell's Kitchen. I want Gordon Ramsay to
Ooh, yeah.
Ooh.
You're being a fucking asshole!
What about Hell's Herb Garden? Comes in and yells at her about her herb gardens.
Your dill is shit!
You call that a fucking harvest? Do you?
Your arugula looks like piss!
The tomatoes are squishy, you fuck! There's like a child crying in the
What
back.
are those white bugs on the asparagus?
You call that a garden salad?
These kumquats taste like shit!
God, Gordon Ramsay, I tell you, I've never watched Kitchen Nightmares before this quarantine, and now that we've seen a bunch of it, every time he yells like that, it's like, my nipples are at your attention, sir.
I love
my
it.
goodness.
Yeah.
Will you please yell at me? Will you yell that into my ass?
It follows the perfect fucking just blueprint of a reality show. Somebody's wrong, and then somebody tells them how stupid they are.
Yeah.
The serotonin just released in your brain.
It's outstanding.